138 to 135.
Is that mine doing that? Did my camera disconnect?
Yeah, it said your recording failed. Let's see.
I don't know. I don't know why.
Yeah, shit, I don't know. Let's see. Oh, he just dropped out the hole. He coming back. But the Knicks beat the Pacers in overtime, man. That was a crazy game. You saw my boy Priest had the thing over his head because he said he embarrassed by he just
Ah,
embarrassed by
we should be good now.
oh all right. Well my boy Priest had the he had the thing over his head. Why you got that over your head, my boy? Like
Dog. First of all, fuck Tyrese Halliburton.
he was hooping. He was hooping.
Steve
This is the
Smith. The Pacers. Let's go ahead and get that out the way. I cannot believe that we wasted a Cat and Jalen Brunson masterpiece like this.
boy, they went stupid.
This is a sad day, bruh. But you know
Why?
what I'm gonna say? I'm
What
gonna
you
take my
got?
shit off and say this. Y'all gonna hear this shit. Numbers lie, women lie, men lie. Knicks in five. We
Nah,
ain't we
hell
ain't scared, bro.
nah.
We
Nah,
gonna we
hell
about
nah.
next 4 hours.
Hell nah. You crazy.
Next 4 is ours. Listen what I
Yeah.
say. It's
You gonna
over.
come
Party over.
you gonna come
Party
on
over.
here. You gonna come on here talking like that, Breeze. You gonna
Knicks in five. Knicks in
Breeze,
five.
Breeze,
Five.
Breeze,
1, 2, 3,
Breeze,
4, 5. They got lucky.
Breeze.
They got they one. It's over, bro. It's over.
You know why the Knicks got all right. You since you gonna say that. You gonna say that? Do you think the Knicks can sustain this level of play? Like the Knicks. Did you see how well they played last night? Do you think the Knicks are gonna come out night in and night out and play like that? Like let's
Yes.
be real. I don't.
Yes. Yes.
I don't see it.
Yes. No, it's not about the Knicks. The question is, are the Pacers are the Pacers gonna be able to
What?
is Aaron Neesmith gonna hit 6 threes in the quarter again? He might not ever hit 6 threes in a game his the rest of his career.
Pascal Siakam went for 17, bro. Pascal Siakam can make up that 30 any night.
Nah. We ain't
Pascal
about
can make up that. Pascal can make up that 30 for any night. And Aaron Naismith will have that 17. What we talking about?
no. He don't even score that much. He a defender for
Pascal,
real.
bro. But we saw it, bro. Bro, Pascal can go get him some buckets when he. Come on, bro.
Bro, listen. We win that game if Neesmith don't turn into Stephen Curry, bro. The man turned
Or
into
or
Stephen
or
Clay,
y'all
whoever.
or y'all win the game if you don't turn the ball over 15 times.
100%. 100%.
Y'all, Jalen Brunson alone had as many turnovers as the whole Pacers team. Like the Pacers only had 7 turnovers.
Okay, listen what you
That's
just
why they.
said.
That's why they. That's why they are. That's why they. Hey,
Listen what you just said. We turned the ball over and was still up 20 with like 4
still
minutes
up
left.
20.
If we don't turn the ball over, it's party
Okay,
over. Party
okay,
over for
but
them.
Jalen Brunson. How many nights are you gonna get 43 from Jalen Brunson? All right. I'll give you the 43 from Jalen. I'll give you the 43 from Jalen. How many nights is Cat gonna go for 35?
That don't got to get 35 every night, but he can. He can get 20. He can get anywhere between 25 and 30 if he want to any night.
Yeah,
He's that good.
but my thing is like, bro, they put up that's 138 points. That's not the Knicks basket. That's not Knicks basketball.
He right, it's
That's
not.
not. That's not Knicks
But they
basketball.
showing that they could play any style. You want to go half court game? They could play that. They did
No,
that against
no.
Boston. They did that against Boston. Beat Boston in the half court game. Cool. Party over. Last night bro, we were up 20 points.
20 of them things, yes.
20.
And
And we were playing
and
the Pacers
folded
game.
and
Okay, y'all
folded.
want to run? Y'all want to run? We gonna run with you. We up a dub. We lost the game, yes. But what I'm saying is if the Knicks do what they have to do and take away some of them dumbass turnovers, that's the first thing. Take some of them dumbass turnovers. And Tibbs got to start. He got to be smarter in the moment. Why the fuck is Mitchell Robinson in the game, bro? Get him out the game, bro.
Bruh.
He don't need to be in the game at the
He-
moments for two reasons. One, he's like, yeah, he can defend the rim, but we seen what Halliburton did on that last possession. Halliburton literally drove to the rim and
and
backed up
ran backwards.
and threw
Ran
it up
backwards.
and threw
And
it up.
Mitchell Robinson ain't even get a he tried to put a hand up, but
But
Halliburton
he
ain't even see
couldn't.
that. Yeah,
So
Halliburton
in
ain't
that
even see
moment,
that.
he shouldn't have been in. And then of course he can't
Yeah,
shoot
because you
free
got to switch
throws.
every. You got to switch everything in that moment. You got to.
Bro, the last 4 minutes of the game, Neesmith is coming off screens and he is literally abusing whatever big was in the game off of that screen because they not coming out
Oh,
to help. He just launching them. He just launching. That's a free
but
shot. That's a practice shot.
I think in that second half, like the Pacers locked up. Like them boys started playing defense. Like, bro,
That
they
don't
was
matter,
not.
bro.
Yeah,
They were still up 20. The
bro,
Knicks
they
were
was.
still up 20. Look, the
But
Pacers didn't win
especially in
that
that.
game. The Knicks lost it. The Pacers didn't win it. The Knicks lost it.
I can agree with you. I think when you up 20 in any game, you done lost it. It ain't no ain't no other team won it because you got
Especially in the
up you
fourth
up
quarter.
you got up by 20 some way somehow. Like,
Bro, my thing
but
is with the
the
Pacers.
same people that got you up 20 got you beat too. Like,
Yeah, but and you're right in that sense. But also it's like you gotta take if I'm the Knicks coach, if I'm Tibbs and I'm the Knicks, I'm like, all right, they got this one. Because, bro, like I just said, Neesmith turned into prime Clay Thompson in that last 3 minutes.
I think they proved that they are deeper than the Knicks.
To prove that. We know that going into the series.
But like when you was talking about the Knicks depth, the Knicks depth ain't
They go
where was
seven,
it?
they go 7, 8 deep.
They go seven. I
They
give
go
them
7
seven.
deep. Cool. We know that going in. But also the Pacers have maybe a 9-man rotation. Cool. That 9-man rotation was still down a dub last night. Cause guess what?
They was
The Knicks players, we gonna get to this motherfucker. OG. Oh, I got something for him, boy. I got some heat for him. I got some heat for that boy. But other than him, we did what we had to do.
but they was running in game one. Like that's my thing. Like
And
they
the,
was
the Knicks could do that. Like the Knicks can. That's the thing about the Knicks that's so scary. They can adjust to whatever style you want to play. You want to play a grit and grind game, we can play that. You want to play a running game, we can do that. They got the wings for it, and that's the good thing about. That's the good and the bad thing about Tibbs. He done ran their ass to the ground all year,
but that's the
all year.
problem with Tibbs.
But
That's the problem with
that's what I'm saying.
Tibbs.
It's a blessing and a curse. But
Bro,
here's the difference. He got this ain't like the damn Bulls where he had D Rose in them. They was an older team. This team is kind of young still. OG and Mikael are young. They're like 26, 27. Jalen Brunson, 28. Cat, 28, 27, 28. They are younger, bro. They're not like a older team. They can maintain this for a series. But they've been doing it for 82 games. They body's been literally getting ran through the ground because Tibbs is playing them all 40 minutes. Every game of the year. From 1 to 82. They playing the whole game. Their bodies are used to this. That's why last night wasn't a shock to me. Other people I seen online on Twitter saying like, "I'm surprised that they're able to do this." Why? Why are you surprised? And they probably got the second or third best home court advantage in the league. Let's just keep it hot. We all don't
yeah,
play
you and
sports.
New
Your
that's New
adrenaline
York.
is going crazy. Your adrenaline is giving you extra energy on top of what you already have. The Pacers didn't win this game. The fucking
But
Knicks lost it.
how many times I'll go back to it. How many times have we seen the Knicks score 140 points? Like that's not their style
You're
of
right.
basketball.
It's not. It's not. It's not their
But
style.
the Pacers are looking to do that though. They're trying to put up as many points as possible. Like
Bro, the playoffs is a game of adjustments, right? I think
that's fair.
the Knicks went into this game like, okay, cool. We just we just got done with our series or whatever. We gonna we're gonna see what it really was going on. We're gonna see how they gonna play this, how they gonna play that. It's the first game is always a fill out game. We all know that it's always a fill out game. So you don't really take too much going into game one. Granted, I think with this series particularly, the winner of game one had an advantage. So I'll give Indiana a slight advantage right now. But I still think the Knicks gonna win in five based off what I think that's gonna happen. But this gives them the home court. So who knows what can happen in Indiana, of course. And I think the Knicks gonna win the next 4 games, like I said. But the thing is, man, you got the Pacers. Their style is running gun. The Knicks style is more of a half court. The thing, like I said, this is gonna be the difference. Can the Pacers, if the Knicks decide to slow the game down completely, can the Pacers adjust to that? They are one of the worst half court teams in the league. The Pacers are. They are one of the worst half court teams in the league. The Knicks are one of the best half court teams in the league. Game by game is going to be adjustments. I think what's going to happen next game is Tibbs is going to make sure that the Knicks pick and choose when they run. They're
I
going to pick and
disagree.
choose. They're going to pick and choose. Watch, I'm telling you, they're going to pick and choose when they run, they're gonna pick and choose but most of that game gonna be slowed down. I could almost guarantee the next game won't be more than like 105 points
Mm,
for each team. Watch
mm.
what I tell you. Watch what I tell you, because guess what? Neesmith ain't going to hit 6 threes again in the quarter, bro.
He don't
We
have
forgetting.
to.
Yes, he does. Yes, he
He don't have
does.
to.
He literally had to do that
He don't
last
have.
night because
Last night,
Pascal.
yes, last night. Last
But
night.
last night it proved that
Because
Pascal can be guarded.
Cat was playing ridiculous, bro. Like Cat was playing like, yes, he can do that, but that's not Cat on a night in and night out basis. Like Jalen
Why
Brunson
not?
going for 40, bro,
Why not?
bro.
Why not,
And then
Cat?
they shot 50, some% as a whole, as a team. Like, come on,
Okay.
bro. No. And Campaign came off the bench and gave you two threes. Like, no. That's not the Knicks basketball. That's the Knicks. And the Pacers were picking them boys up
They're gonna
94
do that.
feet.
The
94
Pacers gonna
feet.
do that.
94 feet.
They're gonna do that. But that didn't help. Jalen still had almost 50.
But I think they playing the long game. We wearing them down because we know you got to play every minute of every game. But we throwing bodies at you like it. They wearing them
Bro,
down.
you watched the game. Did throwing bodies at them help last night?
It's a 7-game series. They won the game, didn't they? They won the game, didn't they? They won the game, didn't they?
I give him one. Congratulations. Tyrese Halliburton, fuck you. You want to do all this? You want to do all this bullshit?
Because y'all choked.
You
Y'all
ain't even like
choked.
that. You ain't even
Hey,
like
he
that.
showed
For
you
real.
last night. He was like that for real.
You
He
ain't
gave
even
y'all
like that.
31. Bro, he gave y'all 31 and 11. He only had
Bro,
2 turnovers.
that's how he
That
played.
was the
Though.
difference in the game.
He a good point guard. He a good point guard. But he ain't really like, he ain't that. He all right, but he ain't that.
Oh my. Yeah. All
I'll
right.
be honest.
He done
I'll
showed
be
y'all.
honest. Fuck him.
He done showed y'all. Hey, look, my Chris Paul comparison. Hey, look, it's going. Hey,
Bro, I can't believe they folded last night like that. I really can't believe the Knicks folded like that. I'm still in shock, to be honest with you. I couldn't believe it. I'll be honest with you. I almost broke my DJI, because I was so mad at that damn game last night. It almost got broke.
yeah.
My Osmo Pocket almost got thrown out the window, bro. I was so mad, bro. Cause what the hell? How did we let that happen? But like we said, like you want to say, it's a 7-game series. It's the best of 4. Look, it's the whoever get the 4 first. Whoever get the 4 first, that's what it is. It ain't the best of 7. It's whoever get the 4
Yeah, but
first.
I think the better team now has the advantage.
You think Indiana's the better team?
Why not?
What makes them better than the Knicks?
You said what?
What makes them better than the Knicks?
The depth and like this is the playoffs, bro. Like we gotta go. That 7, like they're gonna get worn down. Like how many times, how many days are we really going to see? Like, if we gonna be real, like how many times are we gonna see the Knicks not
Hey,
gonna keep doing
let me
this,
ask you
bro?
a question. Let me ask you a question. Who's the leading scorer in the playoffs?
Probably Jalen Brunson.
Okay, Jalen Brunson, right?
Did
So
Jalen
he's
Brunson
been
get
doing this.
outplayed in the clutch last night?
No,
Okay,
no,
I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
no.
I'm just
The team, look, I'm
let me
telling
know
you
how
right
you
now,
feel. Like,
don't look too deep into this. Don't look too deep into this win with the Pacers.
but that's game 1 on the road.
They got
And
lucky.
if it's game 1 on the road, you set the tone for the series. Like I always think, bro, if the away team can go in game 1 and win on the road, bro,
See,
like
bro, I learned this
now
from the
you in
great.
trouble.
I learned this from the great LeBron James, bro. That game 1
Boy, you
shit don't
talking
matter,
about
bro.
LeBron James?
The game 1
Boy,
shit
you
don't
talking
matter,
about
bro.
boy, you talking about LeBron James?
Shout out to LeBron, bro. Game 1 don't fucking matter to nobody, bro. Let's just keep it hot, bro. Game 1 don't matter, bro. Let me tell you why. Because it's a feel out. Like I said, bro, you feeling out what the fuck the series is about to be on, how the refs gonna call the games, how this team gonna play,
But they
how this
called it
team gonna
tight in the
play.
first half, and they let them play in the second.
Oh yeah, we ain't gonna talk about them bullshit non-fouls that they didn't call, like the one
I
on OG
mean,
when Pascal took his whole arm out. We ain't gonna talk about that. It's
but
all
I
right.
think it went both ways though, because
Nah,
I think they didn't want the Knicks to walk out of there with an L last night.
bro.
Them,
They
bro, they
should
did not want the Knicks to walk out of
look.
there, bro. Some of them
Listen,
calls they did not want the Knicks to walk
listen.
out of there with a loss last night.
Aaron Neesmith had 10 points going to the fourth quarter.
He gave you a bucket.
He had 20 in the fourth.
He
He
gave you
didn't
a
score in
bucket.
overtime either. So
He
I don't
got
know
him.
what happened. Maybe he went and dapped Reggie Miller up. I don't know what happened. And Reggie Miller just, the little monster gave him a little talent. Because the boy didn't miss. The boy was cash. And then look, credit. You know what? I'm gonna stop hating. I'm gonna give Nate. I'm gonna go ahead and give Nate prop. I'm gonna
But
stop hating.
do you realize though that's the difference in the series? It's just them one games though. Like it's one or two games here when I get somebody who I wasn't really expecting to step up, like to go crazy. Like
Okay, so when the Knicks have everybody doing
no,
everything,
everybody.
what's the
But
problem?
this about the best the Knicks gonna play. This is
You think
about the
so?
best the Knicks. I think this is about the best the Knicks gonna play. I think this is about the best team effort you gonna get from bruh. OG Anunoby was 6 for 15. Mikal Bridges was 8 for 16. Bro, Josh
He was
Hart
boo
was
boo.
but
He
it's
was boo
Josh
boo.
Hart. It's Josh Hart, bro. The campaign came up off the bench and made up for some of that lack of
Bro,
production from
bro,
Josh
that's what I'm
Hart.
saying though. Besides Halliburton, Neesmith, and McConnell and Pascal, nobody else on the Pacers did nothing for real.
Yeah, that's my point. That's my point. But this is they box score. It looks similar to this game in and game out. It's just
No, it
it's
don't.
more. Hold on. Wait a second. You're on the fact that they don't be having two people going for 30. Those points are more spread out. But you see when you look at their box score where those points can go to. Those other players that were missing those points. It's not like those points would just go missing in the thin air. If Cat don't go for 35, them points is gone. Like nobody them those are empty possessions for New York.
Let
Those
me
are
ask you a
empty
question.
possessions for New York.
I'm actually position by position. Who you trust more at the point guard to give you 30 plus?
But also that goes back to what hold on, wait a second.
Nah.
That goes back to what you were saying when we were talking about when I said Jalen Brunson could be the best out of all of them. He's older, first of all. Second of all, I think Tyrese Halliburton has more control over the game.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
But but Jalen Brunson can go get you 30, 35 night in and night out. Okay,
Okay, so
like
cool. But guess what? He could also do the same thing Halliburton does as far as assisting the ball. He did it in the closeout game against Boston, 35 and 12.
okay, but then
Right.
you relying on the wings and the role players, and
Which leads
that's
me
when
to my next point.
we can get into it because
So all right, so you
because
go with
OG
Neesmith or Michael Bridges? Last night, Neesmith was definitely the one. But who you going with consistently? Who going to consistently give you 15?
I'll take Nimhard over Bridges. Come on, keep going. I'll take Pascal. I'll give you only two players I'll give you that this year, this season, we talking about right now in the playoffs, right now. Only two players I'll give you is Cat and Jalen Brunson.
Okay, even if you do that, everybody else they either cancel each other out or it's like this.
Yeah,
It,
I'm not saying it's a big difference, but I'm saying it's a difference.
but what I'm saying is what you gonna get from the stars of the Knicks is going. This is the playoffs, bro. The star power gonna overcome everything at the end of the day.
But you talk about Jalen. I think they can both have the same effect on the game. Like Tyrese Halliburton might not go for 40, but he's going to between his points and assists, he's going to account for 40 points. Like I don't think Jalen Brunson gonna go give you 40 and then go give you 10 assists like on a
But
night
he'll
in night
get,
out
but
basis. Like
he'll give you 32 and then give you 7 assists. So it's the same thing.
okay, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But I think Tyrese will give you 20, but then he gonna give you 11, 12 assists. Like
All right, so this is what I go back to when we talk about styles contrasting, right? And how you adjust to the game by game in these series. Because you watch the games. We all know how the Pacers play. Where do you think Halliburton gets most of his assists from?
when they running,
When they're running in a fast break, right? So if Tibbs and them make it a slower game, right? A slower game, which is what happened kind of in the last series with Halliburton up until the last game, because he really was struggling a little bit up until the last few games against Cleveland because they slowed it down so much on him and they made him
that's fair.
actually guard. So when you do that and you contrast the styles and then you put them in a half court game, what makes Halliburton so effective is no longer effective. He still might get 6 assists, right? But it's gonna be some half court assists
But
and
I think that's when the Pacers become better as a team because I think in a half court he's more aggressive.
I don't think he's aggressive. I don't think he's aggressive enough in the half court. And I don't think he's a player that can
Mm.
get his shot off like on on an elite defender. If I'm the Knicks, I'm putting OG on him and making him
I mean,
grind.
OG Anunoby. I mean,
I'm making him grind because I think that's what the Knicks found last night. I think they found that last night where they can put Cat at the five because Miles Turner don't want to go inside. He just like Cat, except Cat is a better inside player.
yeah, he's a
But
better post player.
yeah, but Miles Turner want to be outside, so you could really put Mikal on him for real, and then you can keep OG on Halliburton, and you can put Cat on Pascal because Cat had him in a seatbelt last night. Time.
But if you put Pascal at the 5, then I mean, if you put Cat at the 5, like who do you then put on Pascal Siakam? Because like, bro,
You
we
put
not
Cat
gonna
on him.
who's gonna guard Miles Turner?
I just said Mikal Bridges is gonna guard him because he don't only gonna be at the perimeter anyway. He don't go inside.
Yeah, but then I think I mean, but then like you talk about adjustments, like I mean, it's not like Miles Turner can't like that's an he doesn't, but
He
I think
doesn't.
that's also like the style, like their style of play. Like
Listen, to what I'm saying though, like you got
I
if
understand. No,
you got
I
if
get where you coming from.
yeah, but the adjustment is this: if they do a pick and roll, which they never do, it's always a pick and pop with Miles Turner. If they do a pick and roll, all's gonna happen is if Cat is the low man, he gonna take Miles, and then Mikal gonna go to Pascal, and then you're gonna have the lane right there. Pascal try to drive. You're gonna have Cat right there in the help, and then it's gonna be whoever on Halliburton. But
Yeah,
Halliburton
I like my matchup Pascal against McKell.
maybe.
And
But
then
we're not
when
gonna act like
that
McCann
game,
wasn't a first team all defender a few
I
years
mean,
ago.
yeah, but I mean this is the NBA. I mean, they hunting matchups like, and
So
if I can run that pick and roll, and I know every time I'm gonna get that switch, I will swing the ball, run that pick and roll, and
but
swing
that's
that
what I'm
ball every
saying.
time.
The difference is between the Knicks and the Pacers, right? There's really only one person you can hunt on the Knicks, and that's really Jalen Brunson. Everybody else is they switching everything. Let's keep it hot. Because Jalen Brunson, that's
Yeah,
what happened last night. He got in foul trouble because they were hunting him, right? So then you go ahead and put whoever on Nimhart. Jalen can guard Nimhart. He can guard him or contain him. To be honest, Nimhart don't scare me as much as the other guys. But everybody else is literally switchable. So you have it's not really a matchup disparity anywhere in those other four players.
that's fair.
The only other people that cause matchups are on the Knicks. Because if Nimhart gets on OG, what you think OG gonna do? Rack. Mikal did the same thing. He gonna go do that little ugly fadeaway in the middle of the paint.
But it's like we know. Like, don't get me wrong. Like that's what I like about the Knicks. Like they have the ability. Like they really have the ability to where they like Mikal Bridges and what's the name can OG Anunoby can really go for 25 if they can like they were really like that before they got to the Knicks. And it's like I understand that, but it's like are they even going to get them touches? Are they going to get them shots? Are they going to get those opportunities? Because at the end of the day, are you going to take the ball out of Jalen Brunson's hands? Like,
But like if you do, if that's the difference, that's what I'm saying. That's what makes the Knicks better in that sense. You trust the people more on the Knicks with the ball in their hand. Like you would trust Cat, Mikal, and OG more than you would trust Neesmith, Nimhart, and maybe Benedict Mattress. And Pascal's a hell of a player. And I would trust Pascal, but you're not gonna go Miles Turner not your go-to guy. Miles Turner not even your third go-to guy.
third option. That's
You see what I'm
fair.
saying? So it's like the Knicks got all these options.
But
Like you got to think last
Pascal's
year.
number two though. Like you act like Pascal. What did he do when they was in Toronto? Like Pascal, bro, you act like we didn't see this man
Come
hoop
on,
too.
come on,
Like
come on, come on, come on. We're not acting like he wasn't gifted with having the best player on the floor on his team, which
I
which
agree.
which made him get 200 million from the Pacers. But let's go. Let's talk about who the better second option. Keep it 100. Cat or
Oh,
Pascal.
We talked about Cat. Cat
Okay.
can be a number one option. I don't
So
know if he
who's
can
a
win a championship, but he can
so
be a
who's a
number one
better
option.
third option? Mikal you can put any of them other dudes
No,
in the
you're right. You're because all four. Yeah, it can go four. They got four people that can be a number one option. I understand.
and I
Or
understand
number
what you're
two.
saying as far as they can wear it down. But here's the reality of this shit at this point in the season. everybody hurt, everybody worn down, everybody tired.
TJ
It's
McConnell
real.
or Deuce McBride.
And last night they bounced each other out. Deuce had
Because
9.
because Naismith was going stupid. Because Naismith was going stupid.
But that, you make
TJ
my point.
McConnell can go for 17 off the bench.
But this
Obi
is what I'm
Toppin
saying.
can go for 12 off the bench.
Come on now. Obi ain't done that all year.
He can give you 12, bro.
He ain't done this all year.
Bro.
Obi ain't having 12 all year.
He's playing until, bro. He's coming into a series where they need him in this series. It's about matchup.
He's coming into a series where he in New York and he feeling like these motherfuckers got rid of me, chip on my shoulder. That's
He
what it is.
hooping. Oh, he hooping either way.
Now
He playing his role.
Who do you trust more in game 2 to do the same shit that happened last night? I trust the Knicks because we know Brunson gonna get his 30. Cat gonna get his 30.
I don't trust Cat go for 35 again.
He don't have to go for 35. Because guess what? He can get 26 and 12, but guess what's gonna happen? Somebody else gonna go crazy. Or somebody else. I trust the bottom line is I trust the Knicks players more than I trust the Pacers players. And here's the thing: the shit that scares me with the Pacers is this. I will say what scares me with the Pacers is how hard they play. They play hard as fuck. They
match that intensity.
They
match that intensity.
They play so hard. It looks like an AAU team. It's like one of them
they play exactly AAU for real. They running. They running.
No, they play like a hood AAU team that's like, that's what they play
like.
Right? But in the playoffs, this shit is going to slow down at some point. It's going to.
All right.
It's going to.
They've been saying that the whole playoffs. It's going to slow down for them in the finals. I ain't saying they're going to go win them a finals, but I think they're going to get out this series.
This game going to slow down, and the Pacers going to look like a different team.
I think maybe for a game or two. I think maybe I'll give you a game or two, but then I think the Knicks control that game, but I don't think for the whole series.
But that's fine. You know why? Because the Knicks proved that they can play the Pacers game and be in a position to win.
They're going to be in a position to win, but did they win?
They folded.
But did they win? They folded. They folded. Thank you.
Listen, do you think that's going? This ain't the Celtics. Yeah. The Knicks have held on the leads all year.
This ain't the Celtics.
They have held on the leads all year. If they was up, this is one of them situations they just fucking let it go, and they know this is one that they let get away. Like they know that it won't happen again. I can almost guarantee you that it won't happen again.
It will.
And I can almost guarantee you, I will put my car, my house, all my bread up to say that Neesmith won't hit 6 threes in the game again. He might not even hit 2 threes in the game the rest of the year. Bro, he came out like Klay Thompson, bro.
That's fair.
That shit is, bro. And look, don't get me wrong, it's the playoffs. Shit gonna happen. It's a crazy shit gonna happen.
Exactly. If people are gonna step up.
Listen, I'm a
These
Bron
are NBA
fan.
players at the
I'm
end
a
of
Bron
the day.
fan. Game 7 against the Warriors in 2016. J.R. Smith hit 4 threes in the third quarter, and I was like, there you go. It happened.
But J.R. Smith, he paid him back for it. He paid him back for it.
But we won't ever see Neesmith do this shit again.
That's fair.
I don't think. And now, like I said, I give the Pacers their credit. I'm a hater. I'm a hater for sure. But I'm gonna give them their credit though because they got shit on their side. Rick Carlisle is a phenomenal fucking coach.
Great coach.
He's a phenomenal coach, and he knows how to adjust.
I think he outcoaches Tibbs in this series.
It's a game of adjustments, and your players your personnel got to match your adjustments.
That's fair.
If you're the fucking Pacers, you can't play slow down. Because you don't really have – you got one half-court player on your team, and that's Pascal. Everybody else is just run and gun. You getting your buckets off that. The Knicks have a team full of half-court players, bro. Like, we can't act like Mikal didn't average 25 last year for the Nets. That's what that's valid. So, like, when the game slows down and shit gets real, they not only got the clutch player of the year, they have – probably a second or third teamer on their team as well.
We talk about the Thunder growing up. I think the Pacers are growing up in this series, and they're becoming a real team to.
Pacers got experience. Pacers have hella experience. They got to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. Miles Turner been to the Eastern Conference Finals before.
They got there, but it was really like, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro.
Right.
And then they got it, and they got like, come on, bro. Last year was.
But that's still experience.
I get where you're coming from, but they got it. And then what happened to them in that Eastern Conference Final?
Oh, they got their shit smacked. But we knew whoever was going there was gonna get their shit smacked anyway. Because Boston was on a steamroll last year. We do that.
But they played a last year. They played a hurt Knicks team, and they got out the series. But now they coming back, and they are like,
They were down 20 with they were down 9 with 50 seconds left.
but they won the
Miss
game.
miss free throws, turnovers. That's the
Yeah,
shit that
cat go to the line and make both of them. The
it's
game's
over.
over.
But that's what I'm telling you. This, basketball is a we know that this is a game of inches and a
Game.
game of this much mistakes, especially in the playoffs. Bro, shit like that beats you. That's gonna beat the team every time. Miss free throws and turnovers, you're gonna lose it.
Yeah,
You want that's what I'm saying. The Pacers didn't just win that game. They didn't go take it. The Knicks gave that shit to him like, here you go, gift wrapped. They gift wrapped it to him. Cause
maybe
at the
that's
end of
all
the
they
day,
needed.
but that might not. That's I
Maybe
doubt
that's
that will
all they
happen
needed.
again. I doubt that happens again. That's what I just doubt that happens again. But that was a
Um,
great game. I'm here for it. I'm here for that shit. I'm here for this series. I can't,
I mean,
boy. I'm here for it.
it's a whole lot more entertaining than what the hell happened over there in the West, man. How Oklahoma come out there and beat Minnesota 114-88? It was like in the second half, they weren't even playing with them. Like they came out in the second half, man. What was your takeaways from this game? Like watching this, what do you really have to like?
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the elephant out of the room. What they talking about? Foul baits. Yeah, he
Yeah.
does.
Oh, I was gonna bring that. Oh yeah, it was.
Oh, he
Oh, it was.
does. He foul
Does he?
baits, but he also does get fouled. Let's not act like he doesn't get fouled. I got a crazy stat for you. In the last 5 years,
Oh yeah, yeah.
who do you think drives the ball more than Shea Gilgeous-Alexander?
As like just one player.
Yeah,
Shit, Jalen Brunson.
the answer is nobody. He leads the NBA in
Oh
drives the
yeah,
last
that's
five
hard. That's why I'm
years.
like, it's hard to think about. Like,
So if he's putting constant pressure on the basket, right? The Thunder shot 21 threes. The Timberwolves shot 50,
mm,
right? The more aggressive team is naturally going to get more
yeah,
of the calls,
get to
right?
the line. Yeah,
And then here's the other thing: people think the free throw disparity was so different. It was only a four free throw difference. It
I
was just
think
four free
the.
throws.
I don't even think it's the free throws in the game, but I think this is what people are missing. It's that mid
So
range. It's that mid
so
range.
I'm gonna take that. That's the first thing I'm gonna just put out in the air, right?
Yeah,
Is that's gonna be the thing. Now I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this in the most
yeah.
like respectful way possible. And I
Mm.
love Anthony Edwards. I think he is the face of the NBA when LeBron leaves. I think when LeBron goes, he's the face of the NBA. 100%. He has no choice. His persona and everything is just there. He don't have a choice. If you're gonna be the guy, right? The dude, the guy that's supposed to be leading your team to the finals, right? I think Anthony Edwards has too many spurts where he is missing. Like he doesn't. He's not involved in any of the action. He's just like there as a decoy for Randall to go do what he does, or he the first three possessions of the game. Jaden McDaniels was shooting the ball, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing. But if you're Anthony Edwards, who we consider to be this best shooting guard in the NBA, him and Donovan Mitchell going toe for toe with that, right? You have to be more aggressive. He
No, but I
only
think you
shot
heard
like
him.
13 shots.
But you heard him
He had
during his press conference though. He said he looked at the stat sheet and he was like, "Damn, I only shot 13 shots." Like he didn't.
look, he had three players on his team shoot more than him.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah.
he's not a guy that's gonna provide assists like that for his team. So as in a sense, like if it we done seen LeBron take like I hate I keep going to talk about Brian, but this motherfucker just different. We talk about Brian, he'll shoot 12 shots, have 28, right? And also have 13 assists or 11 assists. And somebody on his team might shoot more shots. But he's still getting that 28, 11, and whatever else. You know what I'm saying? So he's doing everything. And Edwards ain't doing that. That's against a team like the Thunder, he has to be a 35 plus guy every night.
Oh, every night, every night.
If they want to stay in the series. Otherwise, it's gonna be just like it was the other night. Because we gotta think about this. In the first half, Shea was 2 for 14 in the first half. He went 8 for 13 in the second half, but if I'm the Timberwolves and their best player, the Thunder's best player, is going 2 for 14, and you only got a 4 point lead going into halftime, that's not a good thing. That's not a good sign.
Mm-mm.
I'm a guy who thinks that the Timberwolves are a fairly decent, like deep team, but if they others don't show up, this shit gonna be over in 4. And that's my
But
final conclusion with this shit. Because like
over and
Shea,
four is crazy. Swept up out of here.
you know what Shea gonna do. He gonna at least jack. That I respect him for that. He gonna get his shots up.
Yeah.
You know he gonna get 20 shots up at least. The others for the Thunder versus the others for the Timberwolves is gonna be what's the differential in this the differential
Oh, Rudy
in this
Gobert is
series.
unplayable in this series, bro. Rudy Gobert is almost unplayable in this series, bro. And you can't tell me no different, bro. Rudy Gobert, like,
But yes and no. Because you put Nas Reed out there, Shea is torturing him in that pick and roll. He get that switch, bop bop, next. You put Rudy out there, he has a better chance of standing out there against Shea. I'm just being honest, and I think he's barbecue chicken too.
yeah,
But
yeah, what?
but but guess what you gonna get if Shea do miss a shot,
Bro,
a
you
rebound.
gotta blitz him off of that or something, bro. Like I don't know,
You
bro.
can't blitz the Thunder. You can't
I
blitz
don't
them.
know,
They
bro.
got too many
No, I
shooters.
get it. I get it. I get it. But I think you
But
also gotta, bro. You can't. You talk about the others, bro. Why couldn't the others damn play like this against the Lakers, bro? What the hell, Jaden McDaniels, Nas Reed, and them boys was not playing like this against the damn against the Lakers, bro. They was out here. They couldn't. You would have thought these
bro,
niggas was all
them niggas look
NBA
like the
out here,
Warriors.
bro.
Them niggas look like the Warriors in 2015. The whole
Like
team.
whole
But that's what happens
team,
when you play the Lakers. That's what happens when you play the Lakers, bro. That's what happens. But the reality of it is,
just like that bum Jamal Murray. But we not
I'm
doing
gonna give you two X factors for both. I'm gonna give you one X factor for both teams. X factor for the Thunder. Who you think I'm gonna say?
for the Thunder. The X factor for the Thunder. X factor for the Chet.
Fucking Chet Holmgren is the X factor for the
Chet.
Thunder. And who you think the X factor for the fucking Timberwolves is?
Jay McDaniels. 'Cause I think Julius Randle gonna come out and get you. Julius Randle, I think he gonna come out and get you.
He not the Jerry McDaniels not the X factor.
Who do you think it is?
Nas Reed.
Mm.
He's the X factor.
So you think that matchup? You think that matchup, or like maybe not that matchup, but they gotta you. I don't. Because like you said, I think that's. Mm.
Chet's the X factor because he can do everything on the court, right? He can do it all. But he has to stay out of foul trouble to do it. But if he's guarding, if I'm Timberwolves, I'm getting a switch where I got Chet Holmgren guarding Julius Randle, and Julius Randle gonna do what he's been doing his whole life,
I was about, you
shoulder
don't
down
think
to the
Julius
rack.
Randle gonna cook him?
No, no, I think he is. I think he will, and that'll get him in foul trouble, which will negate him, right? And guess what? If Nas Reed is in the game, you got Hartenstein in the game. Then you take the Hartenstein away from the rim, which is what Julius Randle and Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, they're gonna put pressure on the rim, and maybe you know what I'm saying. So that's where the X factor for me for both of those teams are. But
But
I'm gonna be honest, that first game was a tell all sign for me. I don't give Minnesota a chance anyway. I didn't give them a chance anyway. I gave them a chance in game one. I did. I said maybe they'll win game one. But if they don't win that,
bro,
it's a
I'm just mad
problem.
that they're not living up to the matchup like the what I wanted this series to be. Because I look at, bro, Julius Randle came out and gave you 28, bro.
He was cooking. He was
He
cooking.
was
He was
five
hooping.
for six from three, and it's
He was
like
hooping.
the rest of y'all just wasted that game. How many games is he going to come out and do that? Like he can go for 28, but how many times is he gonna do that on 13 shots?
No, listen what I'm saying though. He went for 28, right? But guess how many he had in the first half? 20.
20, yeah, he
He
went
had 20 in the
stupid in
first.
it, yeah.
So you
But the
had
second half was the
in the
difference in
second
the
half.
game. Oh, the
Oh, for
second,
sure.
the
The
third
third
quarter more
quarter,
specifically, yeah, the third quarter more
bro.
specifically. But it
Look, and
wasn't that when Ant got hurt?
he got hurt in the second quarter.
Second quarter, okay, second
Yeah.
quarter, second quarter, okay.
So that's my last point with this series. The third quarter is going to be the different in a win or a loss for either team. Because I'm gonna go back to the Warriors, right? When the Warriors was in their prime, teams would think they was in it at halftime, And then that
Yeah,
third quarter
third
come,
quarter. Third
wow,
quarter
you're
is
down 20.
third quarter is
You're
over.
down 20. And the Thunder, they do it just like that. They are just like that. Like it'll be close, and then that third quarter comes, and next thing you know, they up 12, 15, going to the fourth. And then when they got their foot, the Thunder, I give them this for a young team. They are not a team that lets their foot off the gas.
Yeah,
They put that foot on your neck, and you're out of it. And the shit that makes them so effective and so crazy, man, to me, not besides their depth, it's how they guard, bro. They
how
guard,
they defend.
bro. They guard at a high,
They
high
really
level,
defend.
like 1 through 5. Shay's been an All NBA defender multiple times, bro. Lou Dort, out of the surprise to me, has never made an All NBA defensive team, which is insane. Chet will make one in the future. Hartenstein is a hell of a defender to be from the center position. And here's the other part. J Dub, or you could put J Dub, Caruso, Wiggins, Isaiah Joe, fucking Kendrick Williams, fucking whoever you want,
Kendrick Williams is.
whoever you put at that last point, whoever you put in that last spot, they all can guard.
Alex Caruso, you talk about an X factor though. Alex Caruso is going to be he's the difference in them winning a championship and them being just a
For sure.
like
For
Alex
sure.
Caruso.
But I didn't say him because we know what we're gonna get from him.
Yeah.
You
Oh yeah.
know, you know you're getting that dog from him, bro. Like he's gonna bring that. He guarded Jokic the whole game.
He made what he went what he only got up 9 shots and
Bro,
in
I can
that
only
quarter and was
imagine
like
how his body felt after that fucking game.
after that game. Yeah.
And then he come into this game and defends at a high level against AE. Bro, the Thunder are lit. It's not just they depth. Because you got to think, a lot of teams have depth, right? But does everybody on your fucking team have something to contribute to, like contribute in some way? Right? That's the one question that you question about some teams with depth. But
Yeah.
then you think about this. I don't think, bro, to me, this is like the first time I've seen it, at least in a long time, that I've seen a team who has all this depth, who probably can play 9 to 10 guys, and everybody guards. Everyone guards, not
Hell,
just
hell,
the top
everybody can
5.
shoot that motherfucker too.
And that's the other thing.
Everybody
You
can
can't,
shoot that
bro.
shit too.
I was like, when Denver went into that zone that one game and they was effective, and then the next 3 games, OKC obliterated it. And here's the reason why: OKC don't go away from what they do. They
Nah, they
might
gonna play
miss
that
6 or
basketball.
7 in a row, but they gonna still shoot them shits. And then when they start falling in that third quarter is when it usually starts happening. The shit gets dark. It
Do
gets
you
dark.
think? All right, well, I got a question for you since you just said that. Do you think they like? Let's just say they do end up winning a championship this year. Like, do they? What if they fall off like the Celtics did this year? Like, what if like it's like Doc Rivers like to say it's a make or miss league. Like, it's
Okay.
a make or miss league.
Bro. I'll give Sam Presti the most credit in the world. Their general manager. I'm gonna tell you why.
Yeah,
He built this team literally through the draft and trades. Right? They already got Caruso good for the next 3 years. SGA about to get a stupidity bag. Chet's still on his rookie deal.
hmm
Hartenstein just got paid this summer. Isaiah Joe still on his rookie deal. Casey Wallace on his rookie deal. All these other guys on their rookie deal. Wiggins on his rookie deal. All these dudes is on rookie deals still. When their time to get paid is gonna come, right? If they win a championship and the CBA is about to change, bro, J Dub just got paid, so he's locked in, bro. This team
They
ain't
got him
going
at a
nowhere.
discount too. I think they got J Dub at a discount.
And you want to hear the most fucking wild part about this? If let's say they fuck around and lose this year, and they say, you know what? Maybe we need a little something different. Let's go get
draft
Giannis.
picks. They got draft picks.
Let's go get Giannis. Y'all can have all these picks.
They got draft picks.
Y'all can have
They
all
got
10 of these.
draft
Y'all can have all
picks.
10 of these picks. And I'm gonna take Giannis. So, bro, you gotta think they got a top 5 pick last year who didn't play this year. Nicole Topic didn't play a game.
Yeah.
He didn't play
He's a
single
hooper.
game.
He's a hooper. He a
He
hooper.
didn't play a single game. Didn't play a single game.
Oh man.
Right? Bro, they are built for the long term. And this is not so. Look, I think Sam Presti learned, bro, from the James Harden, KD, Russ shit. He learned from that shit, bro.
But even they had a squad.
Yes, but at the time, he instead of him paying Harden, he just let Harden walk. He learned from that shit. He's not going to do that with this team. If he's going to let players walk, it's going to be like some of the role players. Like he might let Isaiah Joe and Wiggins like rock. He might let them slide.
But
But
them
guess
core
what?
pieces ain't going nowhere.
The core pieces ain't going nowhere. And then you got draft picks, and you building through the draft that can get bro. They got a lottery pick this year. They got 2 lottery picks.
Bro, they were what they did to the Phoenix Suns was highway robbery, bro.
Bro,
Or
what they did, the Clippers. There
the
was the
Clippers, yeah,
Clippers
yeah. What they did to the Clippers was
to get
because
Shea.
that's what they did to get Shea. Yeah. That
To
was
get
highway
Shea.
robbery, bro. Like, and you just man, I don't even care about the Clippers, bro, because they don't have nothing to show for it.
Look, bro, you put a team like OKC in the position that they are now, and they're so young. The youngest team in the NBA, right? Youngest team in the NBA. You you got them with all these draft picks, all this leverage. Bro, they're not going
Leverage.
anywhere. The Celtics have issues. They got two $300 million players, right? They got 2 of them. And then everybody else is damn near making 100. Drew making 100. Derek White making 100. That's why they about to break that shit up. They can't afford the luxury tax. The Thunder built through the draft. You got damn near half your team, more than half your team on rookie deals still.
Mm.
So and they're ahead of schedule by far,
No, I would agree with you.
by far ahead of schedule. So no, they won't have a fall off like the Celtics may have next year. I think the Celtics gonna have and Jason Tatum out next year. Don't be surprised if you see them motherfuckers in the lottery. To be honest with you.
The Celtics is crazy,
Don't be shocked. I'm just telling you. We're gonna
bro.
see
Because
what
even
Jalen
without
Brown made
Jason
of.
Tatum, they're still
We
I mean, that's fair too. We're gonna
we're
see
gonna see
what
what Jalen
Jalen
Brown
Brown
made
do.
of. But guess what? Drew Holiday probably ain't gonna be there next year. They gotta pay him. They
Mm.
gotta pay. They gotta pay Porzingis and whoever else they core. Al Horford he probably done unless he's gonna take a minimum.
Bro, Al Horford,
But
bro.
this is
At
what I'm
this
like.
point,
They're not gonna look the same. They're not gonna look the same at all.
but I
But they
also
also
think
not
you
like the
still
Thunder.
have. I also think you have. You go look at Peyton Pritchard. I don't even. I know they're gonna have to. I don't know what his contract is like, but I think
I think he
they
got paid last year. He got paid last year. He's good.
they've got. I think. Nah, you don't replace Porzingis. Nah, you can't. I think you can replace Al Horford because they.
Yeah,
What's his name? Sam Hauser.
yeah. But he's
Yeah,
just a shooter,
bro. But
and he's a liability on defense. He don't
he
guard.
you can. I think you got to develop, bro. Like you got to develop,
Bro,
bro.
he been in the league for
You
6
got to
years.
develop, bro.
You know he been in the league for
He
six
got to.
years.
Nah, I did not. I did not know he's been in the league that long. That's.
They're a
I
little
don't
bit
know. They
different than the
gotta.
Thunder. They're gonna
No,
have a
I
little
know
bit of a fall off.
definitely.
Now, what I'll say that what could happen with the Thunder is they get on one of those highs, like one of those championship highs, where it's like, oh, we done made it. We done did it. And then they have a slight drop. But I
Mhm.
don't think that's gonna happen because I think their coach and their leader, Shea, are so hungry to keep being, successful
They could really have a
that
dynasty.
that they can make a dynasty out of this thing.
They could really
100%.
have a
I think
dynasty.
they could. I think they could. But that's neither here nor there. I think that's gonna be something that's we'll see in moving forward what they do with their draft picks or whatever. But it all depends on really what happens this year. Because if they lose it this year, I think they'll go after a big fish. Whoever that big fish may be, we'll see.
I
But
think win or lose. I think win or lose, you add just because like yeah, J Dub can be that guy, but like if you
he's
can
been there
really
all
get you,
year.
but if you can go get you like if Shay, I don't know, I don't want to put J Dub at number 3 and then you move like to
Yeah,
Shed
yeah,
to the
go ahead and
fourth
say it.
option. You gonna
Yeah,
put
because that's
Shed?
what he'll be. Because if
Shed
Giannis
gonna
goes
be a
there,
fourth?
Giannis is
Yes,
the number one option.
yeah, yeah.
Giannis Antetokounmpo is the number one option on any team,
Yeah, cause Shay's number 2. Like,
and he has
oh,
to be. He has to be.
And Shay is then playing off ball, but I think that's
Nah, he won't be
fine.
off
Which
ball. He
I
won't be
think
off ball.
so. I think
Mm.
so.
Mm.
I'm running my offense through. I'm running my. What you gonna run? Pick and roll?
No, you don't got to do that. You can use Giannis in the dunker spot like they use Chet, instead make him more effective as a catch and face up guy. Because Chet don't catch and face up for real. You can
Mm.
use Giannis in that same role, and then you can have Chet as a rim runner, as a guy who's just roaming like they use Hartenstein for lobs and shit. So it's just interchanging. They can just interchange them. That's all. That shit would work beautifully. It would be beautiful basketball, 100%. And we think they scare your defense now. Add fucking
Oh,
Giannis.
whoa, whoa, yeah,
You had
yeah.
Giannis, bro. Giannis and Dort, bro. What the fuck? You ain't going nowhere.
Giannis, as a matter of fact, we keep talking about Giannis landing spots, man. We keep talking about Giannis landing spots.
Hmm.
Man, why can't Giannis go to LA? Like, why can't he go play with the Lakers?
He could,
Like
but
we
the Lakers got to give
the
up a lot.
only person that can't go is Austin Reeves.
He got to go. If you can't Giannis, he got to go. That's
That's
just
fair
real.
though. Hey, look, no, that's fair though because look, I ain't even got the touches for you no more.
And they not trading LeBron. They not trading
Yeah,
LeBron.
that's what I'm saying. I don't even have the touches for you no more because my offense is really running through Giannis and
And Luka.
Luca and Brian. Brian, go sit in the corner. We'll throw it out to you if we need you, my boy. Play some defense.
Or he just be the cutter guy. Bron's the best.
Oh yeah, he
He's
can.
probably one of the best lashes ever.
Oh yeah, and great. His IQ makes him great at being an
Insane.
off-ball player. Like,
Bro, LeBron could be fit. He could fit on any role. He could be any role. Anything you want him to be, he could be that.
yeah.
You put Giannis on that team, you got to say Austin Reeves gone. Gabe Vincent gone. That's a tradable contract. That's a contract that's gonna
You
fall off
take
your
Rui
books.
if you want to. Too.
Bye. See you.
Bye. See, yeah.
Keep Dorian Finney-Smith and keep Dalton Connect.
They don't.
Right? Keep those guys.
I think Don
But-
Connect can be some.
And then anybody else, I'll fuck with you. I'm gonna see you later. Because at the end of the day, but you got Giannis, Luka. Good luck stopping them. And then any deficiency that Luka got on defense, you got Giannis there to clean that shit up. And
Giannis.
with getting Giannis, you do have to still get a center, but that'll come. They're gonna get one of those in free agency, I'm sure. But regardless,
Jackson Hayes.
he could be there. He could stay there. I want my Jackson Hayes. He
Bro,
got to hit the weight room a little bit.
Yeah, but I think this goes. I think yes, this was. Damn, what's the name? My mind going blank. Coach. This was his first year coaching.
JJ Redick.
JJ Redick. Yeah. Yes, this was his first year coaching, and so I think he learned a lot this year. And I think he learned that you can't play a 40-year-old LeBron James at the 5. Like, you got to play your bigs, man. Like, I know he thought he was doing what was the best.
Yeah.
But do you think? But back to this Thunder Minnesota series. Do you think that how many games do you think this series goes?
On the Wolves,
Yeah,
I told you, I think they're gonna win in 4.
4 is crazy. I don't think.
I'll give the Timberwolves 6. That's just because of Ant Edwards. I'll give them that. Maybe.
I don't think they get swept. That's
But
you,
bro, I'm telling you, that third quarter is such a difference maker for them, bro. And here's the Thunder didn't play that good, bro.
yeah.
They didn't play that good, and they still dubbed them.
For their defense, and that's what I was gonna say too. Is I asked you about a 3-point shooting and why like they would have a drop off, but I think their defense is going to
Bro, they
sustain them
are
regardless.
but that's why you guard Anthony Edwards, you let Julius Randle get his 28. Who else gonna beat you on?
You just
on
make
Timberwolves?
Ant inefficient. You make Ant inefficient, and you
Exactly, and Ant gonna do a little dumb shit to get in foul trouble sometime. Julius Randle, he gonna have a game where he just off. You don't have it. Jaden McDaniels ain't showed me since that series with the Lakers that he got a 30 ball. He could be consistent. Except on defense, he's a very consistent defender. But other than that, he's not consistent. But you putting him on SGA foul baiting, he's out the game. He's really not a factor. And then you got all 10 players for the Thunder out there could do whatever you want them to do at that time.
whatever.
It might be 4 games, bro.
Sweep,
might be
a clean
fun.
sweep is crazy. I might give
Don't
you a
be shocked.
gentleman sweep. I might give you a gentleman sweep where they like.
Don't, because bro, think about it. What adjustments can the Timberwolves even make? They could adjust by not turning the ball over, but guess what? The Thunder gonna make you turn that shit over. They play so aggressive
Ant's
that
not
they're gonna make you turn it over.
Ant isn't gonna play this bad again.
Why not?
Come on,
Bro, Lou Dort is he's probably the best on-ball defender in the league.
come on, bro. He like you said, he only took 13 shots.
That's what I'm telling you. But why you think he took 13? He didn't take 13 shots because he wanted to. He took 13 shots because Lou Dort is making him do what he wants him to do. And then bro, I watched the whole game. They are funneling Ant. They
Yeah,
funneling him to one area where there's 3 other people, and then Ant backing up, throwing it to somebody else, or he's doing a step back 3.
I
Right?
I don't think Ant will end another game with 13 shots and 18 points.
He might not. But my whole point of that saying is, if Ant gets 30, you think Julius Randle gonna get his 30 still?
I mean, hell, if Jaden McDaniels 3 for 5 and Nas Reed 1 for 11, Dante DiVincenzo 3 for 14, and Nikhil Alexander Walker 3 for 11, yes, yes.
Cool. But guess what? If those two is eating like that, and them motherfuckers that you just named all shooting poorly,
Because they're
party
not gonna
over.
shoot like that again. They're not gonna shoot like they're not going. They're not even gonna get up that many shots again. Ant will take 50 of them shits before they get up that many shots again.
Not, I'm telling you, that's not gonna happen. They gonna still get their shots up. Because that's what the Thunder are giving them. The Thunder are giving them shots. They rather take Ant out and give those guys those shots
And
and let them beat them than let Anthony Edwards go for
then let
45
Ant,
and beat
yeah,
them.
but I think Ant is going to say, I don't care about none of that.
Listen, what I'm telling you, it's not gonna be that easy because we've been talking about this whole session is the Thunder's defense.
Defense,
Because
yeah.
so look, boom, you switch. Let's say Ant get a switch. They do a guard on guard screen and they switch SGA on Ant. Okay, SGA, all NBA defender. Cool. Next, you go switch.
Okay, but do
You put
we?
J Dub. J Dub is a hell of a
But
defender.
I think we put Ant in that conversation of like he is and he can really be different. Like just like we talk about Shea being able to go for 30 whenever he want to, Ant can go. It doesn't matter. I understand they're deep and he can still go for 30. It might be inefficient. That's what I'm saying. I think he's gonna go for an inefficient 30 or 35 before the rest of them shoot the way or play the way they did.
But if he does that, that doesn't bode well for. That's not a winning
I'm
formula for
not
that
saying they're
team.
going to win. I'm not saying that they're necessarily going to win that game, but I'm just saying that their performance as a team is not going to be like that again. I don't think so.
So you think the Thunder gonna play that bad again,
I mean, I also don't think the Thunder played terrible. Like
bro?
it
They
ain't
played
like
terrible.
they still shot 50% from the field and still was 80 shot
That's
81% from the free throw line. Like
But that's what they do. They shoot well from the free throw line, and they shoot
yeah,
50% from the field is damn good. You
I
know what I'm saying?
mean,
That's
but yeah,
damn good.
that's what I'm saying. You
But
acting like they
but
like
listen though, that all came in that third quarter.
bro.
That third quarter. In the fourth quarter when Shea shut it down.
The only player that I'll say that overall throughout for the whole game that will play better, that won't play that bad, can will be Shea. Like I think the rest of
But
them
that,
is like it's
but
like
that's
because
but that's a
we not gonna
telltale
act
point.
like, but we not gonna act like the Timberwolves don't have defenders and they're not an elite defensive team too. Like
I'm not saying they aren't, but the way the Thunder play, they
I
gonna
just think it
put
was
their
a
best.
bad game.
They gonna put their best defender on SGA. SGA applies so much pressure that it makes your team help so much that it provides open shots for the rest of the team. I think the Timberwolves played one of their better halves against the Thunder in game
In the
one.
first
And
half,
yes, I think they played one of their better halves, and they were only up 4 points with Shea shooting 2 for 14 or 2 for 13 or some crazy shit. Think about that. Think about that. The Timberwolves probably played one of their best complete halves,
I
and
get where you're coming from.
they were only up 4.
Oh, but that's what I'm
Imagine if they
saying.
put
But that's what I'm saying, and it's like he like that's the defense that I'm talking about. Though they can make Shea play like that again. It's not like
they can, but let me ask you this. Let me just
and
ask
you
you
talk
a
about the
general
third
question.
quarter though. Like
I'm
go
asking
ahead.
you a general question. If both teams are playing their best basketball, who win it?
I think that's tough. That's tough. That's
Who
tough.
won? Who won 68 games this year?
But the Timberwolves also have not always played their best basketball. Like
And neither have the Thunder. But what I'm saying is, if they both put it together for one game, both teams put their best effort for one game. Who gonna win?
if you ask me if I'm picking between Shea and Ant, I'm going with Ant. I'm going with Ant. Like you asking me, am I gonna pick Shea or Ant For one
What I'm
game, I'm gonna go
what
with
I'm
that.
asking you is, out of those first two games, if they playing both teams playing their best game, both teams, not both players, who do you trust more to win the game? Because guess what? If the Thunder playing their best game, they the best defensive team and they the best offensive team in the NBA. Good luck.
But the Timberwolves at their best do exactly what the Thunder do at their
No, they
best.
don't. No, they don't.
They can shoot the ball and play defense.
Who? But whose team is better? I'm asking whose team is better.
If we
Do I have to do the
that's
one
what
through
I'm
five again? Do I have
we
to do the
can we
one
can
through five
go,
breakdown again?
but even when we go 1 through 5, like okay.
Go 1 through 5. We can just go ahead and say SGA and
Of course,
and they cancel each other out.
they can't. Okay,
So Chet or Rudy Gobert.
you know how I feel about Rudy Gobert.
Okay, so fuck it. Chet, look, Chet. All right, so Chet or Julius Randle. No, we're gonna say Julius Randle or J Dub. We're gonna say no. We're gonna say Julius Randle or J Dub.
Julius Randle.
I think they cancel each other out. But
Oh, that's crazy. You know how
let me
long
tell
Julius
you
Randle been hooping?
what that mean.
Who's more consistent?
This is the first time in the playoffs ever playing like this. Jalen Williams been consistent all playoffs.
I'm gonna give
And
Jalen. I'm gonna give Julius Randle. Nah.
I'm gonna give it a wash because I think
Okay.
what they both do is gonna balance. Is gonna cancel each other out because they both do the same shit technically. Except Jalen Williams is more of a defender and he gonna get out and run that floor more.
But
So
I
that's
think
why I
if
say
it
it's a
come down
wash.
to it, I think if it come down to it, and in the game, and I don't have Shea or Ant on the court, and I gotta go get a bucket with
I'm
either
giving
of
it to Jalen
those.
Williams, but I'm giving Jalen Williams before I give it to Julius Randle because Julius Randle gonna do a step back three. J Dub gonna get what he want. I'm gonna say that's
J
a
Dub,
wash.
J Dub, J Dub will miss a layup though. Like
And so will Julius
J
Randle.
Dub. I'll take Julius Randle, bro. I'll take
Okay,
Julius Randle.
I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. Whatever. Take Julius Randle. You gonna take Mike Conley or Lou Dort?
No. Okay, Mike Conley. Come on now. Mike Conley been in the league.
Are you out of your mind? At this moment, you're taking Mike Conley over Lou Dort.
No, I'm saying Mike Conley been in. No. I'm saying
Oh,
no. I'm saying Mike Conley been in the league for damn 50 years. Like
okay. It don't matter.
he's dust.
We going player for player.
Okay, Lou Dort.
Right. Next thing, you taking Chet or Jaden McDaniels? Chet.
Depends
Go
on
ahead,
the
and be
day.
honest.
Depends on
No,
the
it don't.
day.
No,
Depends
we
on the
talking
day.
about both. We talking about both teams playing their best right now. Chet's best is 20 and
He got,
10.
and he gonna get you. And
And
he
he
gonna
gonna
get you
give you
some
3 blocks.
blocks. Yeah, I'll get. But Jaden McDaniels will get them blocks. He'll get you some
He not
steals.
getting he not getting 20.
He'll defend your best player,
He
bro.
not getting 20. And we need
But
not getting 20.
Chet not gonna guard the best player on the court. Jaden McDaniels can.
And get cooked by Shea.
Bro, Jaden McDaniels can. Jaden McDaniels can guard the best player on the court.
He can guard him, but I'm not saying he can't. I never said that. I think he's an amazing. I said that actually previously. I said he's a great defender, but that's not what I'm saying. If both players are playing their best, who are you taking? Go ahead and say it. Chet.
All right, all right, we'll say Chet.
All right. Hartenstein and Gobert.
Isaiah Hartenstein. Rudy
And I
Gobert
only
is a
say
bum.
Hartenstein for this reason. Because he's a playmaker out of that center position. He
But
makes the rest
Hartenstein,
of he does a lot.
yeah, bro, but we also compare him to a bum on the offensive end, bro.
Hey, whatever you want to
Rudy
say.
Gobert is a scrub.
So look, here's what we got. We got 2 washes and 3 definites for the Thunder, right? And that's just in the starting 5. So now we're gonna go to the bench. We're gonna go to the bench now.
Okay.
All right. Naz Reid,
Naz Reid's the best bench player coming. Naz Reid's the best bench player at their best. We're talking at the best. At their best, Naz Reid is the best player coming off the bench for both teams.
I was about to say that he is, but let's just say him and Wiggins. Okay, let's just because Wiggins at his best this year, 20 points a game.
He's not Naz Reid, bro.
He
He's
was
not
getting 20 a
6'10".
game.
Bro, he's not
I'm
6'10".
not disagreeing with you. But Nas Reed don't guard though. You were just talking about Jaden McDaniels playing defense and
Nas
not
Reed
scoring.
at his Nas Reed
At his best,
will
does not
defend
guard.
though. He
But he
will
don't.
defend.
Not at a high level like Wiggins does. All
No,
right, and say
that's
fuck it.
fair.
We don't even cool. So you give that one to him. You give that one to Nas Reed, right?
Yes.
You're not taking DiVincenzo over the way these motherfuckers guard Case and Wallace. I see, bro. He's a fucking
I'll
dog.
take the offensive production though. Like
Case can give you 3 threes a game. He gives you 3 threes at his best.
I'll take the offensive production because
But here's the
DiVincenzo
thing.
can give me 20, 25.
But look, it stops at DiVincenzo. That's my point.
No, 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 no,
Who else they got
no,
coming off the bench?
no, no, no,
Who else they got coming off the bench?
no,
Who else they got coming off the bench?
no, bro. Nikhil Alexander Walker, like he's not a scrub. He's
I'm
not
not
a
saying he's a scrub.
scrub.
I'm not saying he's a scrub. But my point is,
He's
the
not a,
Thunder
like,
have 5 more niggas we can name.
bro.
They have 5 more dudes we can name. We can.
You gonna take
You can even
you gonna
throw.
take
You can even throw him in there. You can even throw Nikhil Alexander Walker in there, right? So then you got Nas, DiVincenzo, Alexander Walker, right? Off the bench. We already said Wiggins and Nas Reed, whatever. Then you said DiVincenzo and let's just say Isaiah. I don't know, bro. That's the thing. You don't even know. Oh no, we can say Caruso. We can say Caruso. But that would be a wash to me. DiVincenzo and Caruso, because what DiVincenzo could do on offense, Caruso going to give you that on defense and effort. Wash. We're gonna go ahead and wash them. So then you said Nikhil Alexander Walker, right?
yeah.
The Thunder got 5 more dudes for him being one, and all 5 of them
But
can give you
I
the
think
9. He
I
might,
think
but
I'll
he
take
might
him
be
over
better
all
than one
5
of
of
them.
them.
Yeah, individually, but
And
all
yeah,
5 of them,
individually.
but
No,
all 5 of
okay,
them are
okay.
going to give you anywhere between 6 to maybe 9 points, rebounds, and definite defense. You're getting defense from them, 100%, right? That's the
That's fair.
problem. That's the issue right there. It stops at Nikhil Alexander Walker, and then the fucking Thunder go Isaiah Joe, Kendrick Williams, the other
Okay, but
Jalen
it's not
Williams,
okay.
fucking.
The Timberwolves, but the Timberwolves can't, bro. They can't do shit about the fact that the Thunder did a deal with some dumbasses. All
You're
right.
right.
So
You're
look,
right. They can't. But that
so
doesn't negate the fact that that's still what the reality is.
they're yes,
That's their reality.
yes,
So they got to
they're
deal with that
deeper.
shit.
They're deeper, yes. But what I'm saying is at their best, at their best, like
At their best, a team that got 10 or 11 opposed to a team that got maybe,
yeah.
because you don't know what you're gonna get. And I think he's a hell of a decent player. I think Nikhil Alexander Walker is a decent player, but you don't know what he. You just say he went 1 for 11. You don't know what you're gonna get from him, but you know you're gonna get defense, effort, rebounding, all that little shit like a college team from the other Thunder guys. You're gonna get all that shit from them. That's the difference in the series, and that's why I think, like we talk about the Knicks wearing down, bro. And this rolled his ankle the other day, bro. They could wear down just as well. The Timberwolves could wear down
He
just as
rolled his
well.
ankle against the Lakers, and you see what he
No,
broke
yeah,
his
for sure.
ankle.
But they could wear down. But the problem
Yeah,
is, the Thunder got so like they come in waves, bro.
yeah.
They come in waves. That's what makes them so crazy in the third quarter. Because like that second, bro, I watched Shea literally sit right. Shea sat from the 2-minute mark of the first quarter to the 6-minute mark of the second quarter.
And they didn't miss a beat.
They didn't miss a beat. You
Yeah.
take Anthony Edwards out, they missing a beat. They missing more than a beat.
But that's okay. But that's like if you take Shea out the game, they gonna miss some. They
They
gonna
don't
miss
miss a beat. They don't miss a beat. You just said it. They literally don't miss a beat. Because then you replace Shea with one of them snipers or defenders or snipers / defenders outside of Caruso because he's not really a knockdown. And then
But he
Jalen
can shoot that
Williams,
shit.
but he can. But Jalen Williams is then being a facilitator and an aggressor, and you still got Chet or somebody in the game. They don't miss a beat at all. It still stays the same. It's literally the same. The only let off is the ball doesn't stick. That's the only difference. And then
That's
that
why.
poses even a more problem for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's the ball moves faster than people.
Oh yeah. Uh,
What can they do? There's not too much that they can do to be
mm.
effective in that sense. And bro, it's not their fault. It's not their fault. But this is just one of those songs where they are literally just outmanned. Like, bro, it's just that's why I think it's gonna be a sweep or a gentleman sweep, like you said. They're just outmanned, bro. They're outmanned. I don't see this shit going 6 or 7. Promise you that. I promise you that it ain't gonna go that far.
Well, at the start of the series, I saw it at least going 6,
And
but
now
after
what you
that
think?
first game,
Bro, it's going. I literally said this, bro. I've been right about the Thunder every game, bro. I said the game 7 against the Nuggets. I said they either gonna be in a close game where the Nuggets gonna pull it out, or they're gonna bust the Nuggets ass.
yeah. But
Smack, smack, smack,
you also thought that they was gonna lose to the
bro.
Nuggets. Like
But no, what I say? I said game 5. Whoever win game 5 is gonna win the series, and the Thunder won game 5.
they did that.
So like in this situation, I don't think the Timberwolves have enough, bro. They just don't have enough, and that's not a bad thing, bro. They just don't have a fucking enough. It is what it is. It happens.
But
Sometimes you just
that
don't
was
got
their whole
enough, bro.
point. That was their whole reasoning going to get Julius Randle.
Bro, yeah, bro, that don't. Why you go get Julius Randle for? You got Cat. Julius Randle ain't
But
nobody's first option.
they felt like they couldn't get over the hump with
No,
Cat.
they did that because they needed somebody else to be able to facilitate when Ant Edwards in the game. That's why they did that. Not for that. That's literally why they did it. 100%, thousand
I
percent
mean,
why.
I get it, but I guess
Think about it, bro. Think about that. Why would they? Why else would they trade Cat? He was giving you production. Y'all got to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. I mean, the Western Conference Finals last year. That ain't the problem.
yeah, but I think that was the thing though. Like, just like the same reason why what's the name? Because he saw like, bro, they got beat. I'm not gonna say they got beat by one person, but they got like Luca did it to them boys in that conference finals. Like,
No, yeah, Luca did it.
I think
Luca
that's
did
like
something
the
to that boy for sure.
same thing that general manager in Dallas, like what he saw when they got to the finals. Like he just
Yeah,
felt like they couldn't get over the hump with Luca, and it's just like you can get me there, but are you gonna win when we get there?
that's
And
bullshit though. You saying you can't get
I'm
over the
just being
hump
real.
with Luka Doncic? That's some
I'm just
bullshit.
telling you the reality of the situation.
That's some
Like,
bullshit, bro. I think that was some bullshit. I'm gonna keep. I think that was some bullshit with Luca, bro. But nevertheless, bro. Like I said, I think.
hey, but he in LA, I ain't complaining.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I'm happy. But nevertheless, bro, I think I'm happy that we almost at the end of the season, so my boy Brown can get his rest, and I can cheer for my Lakers again. 'Cause, bro, I tell you, we miss my boy, man. When he gone, when this nigga right here gone, bro,
He ain't going
it's gonna
nowhere,
be ugly.
man.
Listen, bro. Look, but nevertheless, the Thunder versus it's gonna be. I want it to be the Timberwolves versus the Knicks so bad, but it's not gonna be that. And in Madison Square Garden, oh man, I would love it, but it's not gonna happen, boss.
Bro, do you see the way Shea is? You see what Shea ain't being denied this year. You see what that boy doing?
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Shea is
But
not being denied
I think the
nothing
Timberwolves are
this year.
going home next week for sure.
You think
For
they're gonna
sure.
go home next week?
Party over. They don't
That's
have
fair.
enough. They just ain't got
That's fair.
enough, bro. And that shit happens. They just don't have enough.
They're just not good enough, and that's fair.
It ain't that they ain't good enough. They just don't got enough.
I mean, I think like, but I think that goes to them not being good enough. Just because like on they
Good
work,
point.
like we talk about the men at their best, at their worst. The Thunder can go. Like if my stars ain't doing what they gotta do, I got people that can pick up for it because we can go. And what you need, Ant gotta go for 30. Ant gotta go for 35
Every game.
every night.
Every game. Look, all I gotta say is Knicks in 5, Thunder in 4. Knicks, Thunder, NBA Finals. The MVP in the Garden.
I think that get ugly for New York. That ain't what they want. I think that's gonna get ugly for New York.
Hey,
I'm gonna be real with you. I think it's gonna get treacherous for whoever come out of the East, for whoever they got to play in the West. It don't
for
even
sure.
matter. It
But
don't even matter.
The Knicks played them really well in the regular season. Though I'll say that they played them really well in the regular season. They did. They posed mismatch problems for them a lot. They do.
Mm,
They do.
mm, that's interesting.
We'll see,
That's
man.
interesting. Yeah, we
We'll
gon'
see.
we gon' all right, man. We'll get into that on the next episode, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all go follow my boy Reese.
Miguel's Minute
Hey,
Pod. Tap in.
yeah, y'all
Knicks
go do that.
info. Don't y'all forget it. We let one go last night, but we ain't letting no more go. Party over. Next four, Knicks. Party over.
That's that's crazy. He gonna keep talking crazy, but you know the Knicks could get handled, and we could end up with a Thunder Pacers. I think it's a foregone conclusion that the Thunder gonna come out of the West, but we'll talk more about that on the next episode of Beyond the Game.